Hi guys, welcome to Linux YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I am your online instructor. So what's new in this video? In this video I will tell you how to set up secure FTP server using TLS in rhel8. So guys, let's begin the topic. But before start the lab session, we have to understand few points, which is what is TLS enabled FTP server, or we can say secure FTP server. So for the demonstration purpose, I have a lab scenario for you. Please look at that. Guys, this is secure FTP lab setup environment. So the first question coming in our mind is, what is TLS enable FTP? So for the communication server like FTP server and client support TLS, that means transport layer security. This supports enables secure file transfer by providing data privacy, message authentication and message integrity services for data send and receive using FTP control and data connections. So here I have two trusted virtual machine for you. First machine acting as a FTP server, this one, this, and the host name of this machine is rhel8.example.com. Having the IP address is 192.168.0.1 and current running Linux OS is rhel8.0. On the other hand, I have one more machine. This is acting as a Linux FTP client machine, and with the host name station1.example.com, having the IP address 192.168.0.2 and the current Linux OS is rhel8.0. So what I'm going to demonstrate you, I'll create secure FTP server using TLS support on this machine and test it from the client side. Okay, so this is today our agenda. So now move to the lab session. So I'll open back to my terminal, and guys, this is my Linux terminal and currently I'm on the server side. So firstly I will show you the host name, IP address and running release version of this machine. So I just clear the screen and my first command is hostname ctl. So you can see that static hostname is rhel8.example.com and currently I'm using Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8.0. Okay, and if I'm talking about the IP address, so I have command hostname -i, and you can see that the IP address is 192.168.0.1. So we have to follow a few steps to set up secure FTP server. The first step is install FTP package. So for this I go with my yum utility, but always remember, before I execute yum command, yum repository should be properly configured in your system, and I have already configured in that machine. So if you don't know how to configure the yum repository, you can view my previous videos for the same. So the command would be yum install vsftpd-y. So once I press enter, it searched the vsftp packet which is available in my repository. Yeah, grab the information from there and start it. It's running and verifying. Yeah, successfully completed. Now we have to start and enable the FTP services and set it for automatically boot at system boot time, and we'll also verify the status of the FTP services. So command would be systemctl enable and -- now, or you can go with the vsftpd services -- now. Okay, and so now the service is all started, and let's verify the status. Again, systemctl status vsftpd. See, it is active and running. Okay, so now move to the next step, which is created a normal user account for the testing purpose. So for this I use a user add command to create a user, and password command for assigning the password for the user. So command is user add, and the username I say go with test. Okay, by running this command I make a simple user, that is test. Okay, now assign the password to this user, test. I said password 123 and 123. Okay, all authentication token updated successfully. Now let's verify the user entry by using id command, that it is successfully created or not. Yes, it's created and it's assigned a UID, GID, and by default it's in test group. So we can see that user is successfully created in the system. For testing purpose, I'm going to su switch user this account and make few blank files. So I use the su command switch user. Okay, and here I am in home test and try to make some blank file 1, file 2, and quit from there. Okay, it's working fine. So now this way I have created a few blank files in this test user account. Now move to the next step, which is generate SSL certificate and provide key for secure communication. So for this purpose I go with OpenSSL command to generate self-signed certificate and private key. So command would be OpenSSL request hyphen x509 x509, then key out, that is etc SSL, go with certs, and here I'll make a file name vsftpd.pam, and then I say output is /etc SSL certs, again vsftpd.pam file for 365 days, and generate a new key with RSA algorithm 2048. Okay, so this is the complete command. Now I'm going to explain each and every flag which is used in the above command. So the first one is OpenSSL command, which is used for the certification point of view, and REQ request is a command for X509 certificate signing request management. X509, this is certificate data management. Key out, set the key storage file. Out sets the certificate storage file. In my case, both certificate and key are stored in the same file, which is /etc SSL certs vsftpd.com, this one. Okay, and then I define days. It's not day, it's days. Let me clear it out. This is days. Okay, so days is 365. Define a number of days certificate is valid for, and then I have mentioned new key, specify certificate key processor, and then I define RSA algorithm, RSA 2048. RSA key processor will generate to 2048-bit private key. So this is the complete roadmap of this command. So now as soon as I press enter, it will prompt me few options related to the certificate process. Let's see, once I press enter, okay, generating RSA key pair. Sorry, there's little bit mistake in my key out, that is SSL, not SS. Okay, now press enter. Okay, here it is. So writing a new private key in this location, country name, it's India. Okay, state, I go with Delhi. Locality, say South X. Organization unit, I said IT. Organization unit name, in my case example.com, and your server name server1.example.com, and email address I said root@server1.example.com. Press enter. Great. So now it's successfully generated. We can verify using the ls command. So we can go ls etc SSL, and here we have SSL, and here we have certs. Say, look at that, here it is vsftpd.pam file. It is successfully generated. Okay, now move to the next step, which is configure vsftpd.conf file to use this SSL certificate. So I open my vsftpd.conf file, etc vsftpd.configuration file, that is a configuration file of my FTP server, and here we have to add few parameters to enable SSL. So what I'm going to do, I just go to the end of the file and write down our own parameters. Okay, so first of all, I am on the bottom and insert a new line, started from there. Okay, so here it is. Now great. So first of all, I'll enable SSL and define the TLS version. So SSL enable and say yes, I need it, and then SSL TLS version, go with 1 and 2 both, say yes, then say SSL version 2, I said no needed, same for the 3 sorry, no needed. Okay, now I'm going to add certificate and private key file option to specify the location of the SSL certificate and key file respectively. So command would be line would be RSA certificate CRT file and the location is etc ssl, then certs, and here we have vsftpd.pam file. Okay, same for next one, that is the key file. So in my case, rsa private key file, private_key file. Okay, now save. Now I'm going to disable anonymous connection for using SSL and force all non-anonymous connection over SSL. So for this I have to write down few more things. Allow anon, that means anonymous. SSL I said no, and then force local data SSL, say yes, then force local, then logins SSL, say yes. Okay, save it. Okay, now a few more. In the next part I'm going to disable all reuse of SSL data connection and set SSL ciphers high to allow encrypted SSL connection. So for this I use require, require SSL reuse I said no, and then SSL cipher, say hi. Okay, sounds good. Now, and optionally I'm going to enable the SSL debugging feature for the troubleshooting purpose, but it's optional. So I say debug SSL, say yes. Okay, so that's sufficient from my side, and now it's time to save and quit from the file. And but before going to restart the FTP services, first we will check the syntax error using the vsftpd command. So I go with vsftpd and press enter, and I'm going to cross my finger. What happened? Oh, okay, looks good. No error found. So now I'm going to restart the FTP services for the above changes to take the effects. So the command is systemctl restart vsftpd. Great. So now we have configured our secured FTP server with TLS feature. Now move to the next tab, which is time to check from the client side. So I move to my client machine, and here it is. So first of all I log in with root account and show the host name and IP and OS release version. So I simply on the login with the root account and with the password. Yes, I successfully log in. So I run the command host name station1.example.com, and if we are talking about OS release version, that is rhel8, and if I talking about the IP address, the IP is 192.168.0.2. okay, so first to securely connect to the FTP server, we need a FTP client that support SSL connection. So we have many more options are available, like FileZilla or LFTP. So in my case, I'm using LFTP command to securely connect my FTP server. So first of all, I'll verify whether LFTP is available on my machine or not. So for this, I use rpm query command, rpm query LFTP. Let's see. Yeah. It is looks it's already available. So in case if you find out that there is not available in your machine, you can install it through the yum command, and you can simply write down yum install LFTP and press enter. Okay, but I'm not going to do that because it is already available in my machine. So basically LFTP is a command line tool. It's a command line program which is designed for Linux Unix environment, which is used to transfer the file via FTP or FTPS or HTTP and HTTPS and many more. So let's check what happened if I run the LFTP command with test user and try to access its home directory from my FTP server. So I run the command LFTP and test at the rate IP address of my FTP server, that is test at that 192.168.0.1. okay, it asks password. I set the password. Okay, I got the prompt, and let's see what happened when I run the ls command. I said ls. Okay, look at that, I got an error, certification verification not trusted. So what we have to do, we have to load the SSL certificate first using OpenSSL command. Then we copy and paste the key file on the same location, and inform to this client about that available key. Okay, so I'm going to quit from there, and I'm back to my server, and here on I open my one more terminal and I SSL to that machine. it is very easy to manage from there. I'll log in back. Okay, so you can see here is the station 1 and here is the server 1. So I am back on my station 1, that is my client machine. Okay, and let's verify one more time. LFTP test at the rate 192.168.0.1. Again assign the password and see I got the error. Certification verification not trusted. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the key from my TLS or from my secure FTP server. So the command would be open SSL and as client show certs, show the certificates, connect to which one, the server1.example.com on 21 number port and start TLS, and the server is FTP. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to redirect the entire thing in here. Assign the file name, could be anything. In my case I'm using key. Okay, so once I press enter, see what happened. So via this command I'll connect to my server1.example.com and redirect keys into a local machine and store in a new file that will be in root, and the name will be key. Okay, so you can see that it shows my SSL certificate. So what I'm going to do, I stop using Control-C and open the file root key. See, here it is. So now I open this key file and only preserve key parameters and remove rest of the things because we needed only keys related lines. So I'll just remove this one, this one, this one. Okay, and it is important for me, so I'm just save it, being certificate and till end certificate, and rest of the things I'm going to remove that. Remove one by one all the things. Okay, so I just remove. Okay, here it is, here it is. Now save and quit from there, and let's verify the entry one more time. Yeah, okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'll open my lftp.conf file and tells about this key file location. So I open etc lftp.conf file and go to the bottom of this file and just write down few things. Set ssl what ca file, where is your file? In my case this is root key. Okay, and just type one more thing. Set, I said ssl check host name, say yes. Every time I check the host name first. Okay, now save and quit from here, and I'll quit from there. Now again I check using the same lftp command and see what happened. So I go back to my pavilion and run lftp test 192.168.0.1, press enter, assign the password, run the ls command. Oops, I got again error. Now you can see I got the error because I set check host name in my lftp conf file. So now I have to mention host name rather than the IP address. See, name does not match to requested host name. Okay, so I'll quit from there. Rather than IP, I have to mention the host name, that is server1.example.com. Now press enter, assign the password, and I run the ls command. Okay, see, I can access my home directory and I can view the files which is earlier not showing. So I quit from there. This is how I can access it. If you want to view the certificate, we can do it also. So for this, I again one more time log in and say the password, and I run the command debug. Okay, so now debugging is on and I can view my certificate. Even I run the get command to download the file also. So I run the ls command. See, this is the entire certificates. I got the file, and here it is the certificate information. See, remember India, Delhi, SouthX, example.com, whatever we have generated. So if you want to download the file, say ls command, and if you want to download, we can download also file 1. Okay, now quit from there, and if I run the ls command, here it is the file, that is file 1 on station 1 example.com. So guys, this is how we can work with the secure FTP server using TLS in rhel8. And Finally, this is the end of this topic. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic. Till then, keep practicing. If you feel something I have missed or you wanted to know more something else, please leave your comment and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.